Hi guys, I'm Trenton Hedge with Jump. So Jump this weekend really took on a new meaning. Now it means how many ideas we jumped from while trying to figure this thing out. But I'm really proud. Together we pulled it through, incorporated many ideas into this singular product now, and I'm excited to show it to you. So let's go. So our mission, we really want to revolutionize the roadside assistance emergency service, and by doing so, we want to save the consumer money, obviously. We want to make it faster, but most importantly, we want to make it more readily accessible. So what's the problem right now? I know that you guys are probably thinking there's many roadside assistance services right now, but the problem is that on average, so AAA, the biggest competitor in the space, takes on average 50 minutes to reach their customers, and they also charge $70 a jump for non-member pricing. So our research, we went out and we had some boots on the ground, we did some survey monkey, things like that, and our research really showed that a majority of the people that were conducted do use a service like this right now, and then we had a follow-up question for the people that don't, and their response was that they don't use all the services, and they've done it in the past maybe, so they don't like to pay $150 a month for something they might use once every couple of years. So for that reason, we're doing a one-time use pricing model. We're not doing a subscription service. So what's our solution? Our solution, we're a two-lever model. Our first lever is Urban Jump, and that's leveraging the downtime of ride-sharing services to jump cars. So we would equip these drivers with jumper cables and anything they would need, as well as training, and they would be able to, in their downtime, make some extra money jumping cars. Sky Rescue. So Sky Rescue is a product in development. We have our prototype right here. And what it's meant for, and sorry, I forgot to mention this, but the ride-sharing service is for anyone within reach of a ride-sharing service right now, so urban areas typically, and at that point we're reducing the time down to 2 to 3 minutes from 50 minutes. And let alone the cost is going to be somewhere in the range of $20 to $25 versus $70. Sky Rescue, it's for anyone, say suburbia, rural areas, and especially trips. You're going through the desert and your battery dies on you. You stop to take a look at a landmark, leave the lights on, your battery dies. What do? You're going to wait 3 hours for AAA? No, you're going to have a drone fly to you now, and you are going to have an instructional video on how to do it yourself. And someone walk through it as well, have a live operator. So what's our model with this? Our model is, with Urban Jump, we're going to have a revenue share with these ride-sharing companies, and that's so that we can have direct. You guys might ask, why don't you do organic growth? This is so we have direct access to their vast customer base that is established. And then our Sky Rescue, it's still in development, and it's going to take a little bit longer than just establishing that relationship with a ride-sharing model. So therefore, we would do direct sale because that's our proprietary technology. And we are after we have that large customer access through the ride sharing, then we're able to convert them as well to the Sky Rescue when they're in need, say on a trip. So our mobile app and UI is very simple but very effective. We have, obviously, this is a prototype as well, so we'd be changing this, but it has make, model, and year. Therefore, our specialists are always ready when they get there. They know exactly what car they're dealing with and exactly how to go about it as well. Also, I'm sure you guys are familiar with ride-sharing services, and you can see if they're on their way, if they're not, where they are. We would have the same feature for both our drones and the ride-sharing services for jumping capabilities. So what's the road looking like ahead with this product? Well, really, we're on the forefront of commercial drone use, and this is just the beginning. Think about delivering products to people while they're sitting in traffic. Think about all these different kinds of uses, that this is really just the beginning. And this is the prototype we've went ahead and made, and this is the drone that we would be test marketing, and we would buy this drone at $5,000, and then this is our a device that we've mounted on there, and that would cost about $500 as well. So we'd be on at $5,500, whereas a tow truck is about $80,000 to $100. Therefore, we're able to pass the savings on to the customer.
So is there any way to, I don't know the right term for it, but patent the ride jump idea? How do you stop any other business from saying, hey, that's a great idea, I'm going to add that onto it? It is a fantastic idea, but it seems like just anybody would be able to like, hey, I'm gonna start doing that too.
Yeah, so great question. So we did our research, and there's currently nothing in the market right now, and we would be able to patent this, obviously, maybe with some legal help, winning this competition or something like that. But that's included in our pricing that we figured out as well. But yeah, we can patent it for one, and for two, there's nothing out there, and there's nobody who is starting to look into this. So we're really the first and fresh one to the space.
Well, how do you patent it?
How do we patent it? I'm going to be honest with you. That's something I don't know much about, and we're going to have to look into it.
Okay.
I have probably a bunch of technical questions or things that are related to how it relates to the business model. One of which is, how many drones do you need? Like, you talked about response time specifically for vehicles. What do you anticipate the response time being for the drone?
Great question. So in radius, we can go 4.5 miles one way, 4.5 miles the other way, so a diameter of 9 miles from any station that we would have. So we calculate, for example, the greater area of Columbus is 223 square miles. We would need 5 drones, not factoring in additional customer interest. So we would adjust that depending on how much demand we have, but we already have the model down, so we have one for every set amount of square miles.
So what would I do when that thing arrives at my car?
Great question. So, okay, so when it arrives, so you order it, and on average it takes 15 minutes to arrive, and a video will be sent to you, and you watch a video on how to, okay? And then there's somebody that's controlling the drone, and we have a speaker on the drone as well. And so if you have any questions, they're able to walk you through it, make sure you're going about things safely, and really keeping our liability down as well. And we can also send the charge to the battery remotely. That way they're in the car starting it away from all the dangerous components.
I was going to say, can you explain the box on the bottom of the drone there? What's going on? I see
Yeah, for sure.
Alligator clips, and what is that?
Yeah.
Mini jumper.
So you want to bring up? Oh. Okay, so so this is a DJI commercial drone with our product mounted to the bottom of it, and these clips are the cables that retract out, and then this is the speaker as well. Obviously, this is a very rough prototype, as well as this. This is what we'll be using for testing, but we're going to validate that market and actually probably do it in Europe because they have some less strict rules. So we're going to validate our market, and then once we get the okay, we're going to come back, and the trend is showing that the FAA rules for commercial drones are becoming less and less strict. So it really would work out perfectly to go ahead and get in this space right now.
Thank you very much, Arch. Give it a round of applause. Please take your prototype over to the display table so we can check it out later. Awesome.